let's talk SummerSlam.
Yep.
Um,
I want to pull your money together and get one seat.
yeah, the story came out yesterday, and they showed, the ticket site that was selling the tickets, and they were only selling half of the stadium, and 33% of the stadium. They weren't even selling the non-camera side. The tickets weren't even open.
That's
Right.
just insane to think of.
The old
Yeah,
style.
exactly. It's what I said too.
That is crazy.
Back
They
back
weren't
in the
even trying,
day.
but because the front row seats were eight to $10,000 a piece. The floor seats were all in the thousands of dollars,
Yeah, that's Super Bowl tickets.
and your
What?
300
Stop it.
your nosebleed seats in a football stadium were $150 a pop. And
Where you can't see anything.
where you can't see anything unless you're watching the big screen.
Right, which is what you're doing. You're watching the big screen. Sit your
Now
ass at home
I
and watch
looked
the
at
big
the
screen.
site today, and they've opened up several more seats, but they still got, I'd say, a third of the stadium is still grayed out where they're not even attempting to sell the seats.
No.
Because you can't see it on camera.
Right, and you keep
So-
sell the camera side.
So why?
But again,
People keep screaming about the pricing. People keep saying they can't take their kids to go see the show, and they can't. And there's no lie about that.
No, but again, it's like football and it's like baseball and a lot of these sports, the real good seats and all that, they cater to the people who's bringing in money. The hell with that average everyday fan.
Mhm.
They're still selling the tickets, but they're selling them to celebrities who want to be seen and all this other crap,
Mhm.
and it just buries their actual fans.
I mean, when you get people that are complaining about you can't even go to a Raw or a SmackDown
Mhm.
because the seats are so damn high,
Yeah,
and those shows are piss poor.
yeah, and if you got a family with 2 kids, just 2 kids,
Yeah.
you're talking $400, $500, $600 by the time you go in and buy something.
Well, I mean, seats alone in the high end seats in the basketball arenas, not the football stadium, basketball arenas.
Mhm.
And in the upper deck, you're still talking $100 a shot,
Right. That's what I'm saying.
and that's just for Raw
Yeah.
or SmackDown.
And you got your wife, and 2 kids, you're
Mhm.
damn near $400 just to walk in the door.
Yeah, and it is you do get about 4 hours worth of supposed entertainment, but with all the commercials now, you don't.
Yeah.
The old Raws back in the 90s and the early 2000s when it was blowing and going, I mean, you could go to a Raw. I went to a Raw and a Nitro here in Oklahoma City whenever we went back then, and they were, you get there an hour before the show, they start some dark matches, you get a couple of those, and then you get onto the show, and man, it was blowing and going, man. I mean, you'd have like 1, maybe 2 commercial breaks during each hour, but it was just go, 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 go. I mean, now you got 3, 4 commercial breaks within every hour. Yeah, you're there 4 or 5 hours, but you're only getting a match and
You're
or a
getting
match
2
and a half every hour. It's
You're getting 2 to 2.5 hours of actual stuff happening.
Yeah, and
That's it.
you're paying a premium price to get in. Then you're spending money on the merch because you can't leave without buying some merch for the kids.
Something.
And then you're buying an $8 hot dog and a $6 soda pop, and it's
And
just
a $60 medium T-shirt that they'll wear 5 times before they outgrow it.
it's just unreal.
Probably
And-
$30 or $40 to park.
Yeah. Forgot about parking.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just you can't.
But how I don't know if they're
How
gonna
long?
be able
How long will it last before the bubble bursts? And
Right.
people just stop going.
It's gonna, and the only thing I can relate it to is baseball with the strikes and those years that people just stop showing up.
Yeah.
The owners start filling in the pocketbooks. They've changed some things, and it's gotten a little bit better. But
Yeah.
still.
Well, all they did is get TV contracts so they don't need people to show up now.
Yeah.
They don't need
people
them.
are gonna
TV contracts where they show all the commercials, and you put a
but
they got advertisements on the batting helmets and shit. I mean, what are you going to do?
wrestling depends so much on the fan interaction, though.
Well, it used to.
Yeah.
That's what made wrestling. I started watching some old clips today. I watched a Roddy Piper, a documentary on Roddy Piper, and it showed a lot of his matches, back in the day when, you had to walk down an aisle to get to the ring, and, you're damn near mugged because
you're getting punched and kicked and everything
there's not
else.
any rails keeping people away from you, and then the people the fans is what makes wrestling, and they've taken the fans out of it. I mean, I watched the clips from SmackDown last night. There's hardly any pop for anybody that walks out.
No,
It's
no.
horrible.
And your big appearance was Ricky Saints, and it was dead silence. Nobody cared. Nobody gave a shit about that.
Well,
Why is he getting Cody? Why? What are you doing? Other
well,
than their buddies.
Yeah, so I was surprised to see it. That blew me away.
well,
I'm kind of surprised they're even letting Cody wrestle. His eye's still as bad as it is too. That was the other thing that was kind of shocking.
but you got to let him wrestle. He's the only draw. He's the only one that they put any. He's the only one they put any heat behind to allow this to happen. So it's just I hate getting on here and complaining about this my favorite pastime. It's just I can't. But damn it, I want it to get better.
The few highlights they have just get overshadowed. The bloodline's good. Like I said, some of the people they're bringing up, I think, could be good. Trick Williams, Mello, they could do something. But then you throw in Sammy to drag it right back down.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they did. I don't know. It's like they can't get out of their own way.
Well, they've got to no back on the pricing, which is what we've been talking about on this thing at this time. You have to have the names on the marquee to get people to pay the ticket. Like Mike just said, why is Ricky Saints wrestling Cody? Well, because back in the day, you would have the jabronis, if you will, wrestle your top guys. But that way you still have your top guy on the marquee to have people pay the money to come see the top guy. I mean, that's kind of what they're trying to do here in a roundabout way. I mean, every week on Mid-South Wrestling or Georgia Championship Wrestling, your main event would usually be one of your top dogs against one of your secondary guys in a supposed main event type match, which it wasn't. But you know what I'm saying. That's kind of what I see Triple H trying to do is mimic the old territory type television show. But you can't do that when you start, because you want everybody to watch NXT, and everybody knows that this guy was the top guy down there. He was one of the guys. Hell, he held the belt. Now he's here, and he's just going to get his ass whipped. Same thing did Carmelo Hayes when he first came in. He was all that, and he came in, and he just got thrown around like he was nothing.
Yeah,
and it's a cyclical thing with these guys. And like I've said it before on our podcast, I purposely stopped watching NXT because I wanted to be surprised when I see a new guy. And learn that new guy like I did back in the territory days. But it's so saturated now, and it's to the point to where you can't even. I don't know. I wanted.
Well, there's not. I used to, there was always those bad segments or they're bad whatever. Like you said, you're paying the money to go see it, and you would sit through those because you always knew you were going to get 3 or 4 really good matches or a good main event or something that would progress a story. So you didn't mind paying it, but back then, $50-$60. But like you said, now the prices, especially on the PLEs,
right?
They could come to here to Oklahoma City. I couldn't afford to go as much as I would want to. I couldn't afford to go. There's no way.
No, I was going to go to Raw but anyway, we lost power there for a second, folks. Sorry about that. But yeah, it's just they've priced themselves out. It's I don't know who these people are that are buying the tickets, unless they're doing what sports teams do, and they're selling to corporations.
Sure, they are.
They're selling to the people that put the advertisements on the ring, and they're giving tickets away. That's the only way I see them putting any.
I mean, and there's some diehard fans that no matter what, they're gonna, we won't pay rent next month. We're going to see WrestleMania. I'm sure there's those. I'm sure there's those guys out there.
Sure, I mean, we are not. Oklahoma City's never been a big league town until we got the Thunder. Okay,
right.
And the Thunder sells out that arena every night. But as well as I do that 50% of those tickets are bought by corporations in this town, and they're given out to their employees, and that's how they sell the place out all the time. So it's got to be what's going on with WWE. It's got to be,
especially all the lower level. I mean, look how many celebrities they show at every Raw and SmackDown and PLE now. They're all over the first 4, 5, 6, 7 rows. They just want the celebrities there for those names, and
Sure.
same thing.
Well,
It was the same thing for UFC. You know, the TKO. The same thing with UFC events.
sure.
They go through 3 or 4 commercials just showing all the celebrities.
Well,
that are
it makes me wonder how many tickets did that celebrity buy to get his picture shown on there?
right.
You know, I mean, one of them NFL players, one of those NBA players may have bought the first 3 rows and gave them out to
Right.
all of his buddies, but you need to show me on TV. You
Right.
need to show me. Give me a little advertisement right there, then I'll buy the first 3 rows
Right.
and give them out to my friends to be sure we fill those seats. And I wouldn't put it past them.
No, not at all.
No,
I wouldn't put it past them.
I saw that story that there was a guy sitting at the WrestleMania that was sitting at the commentator's desk.
Yeah.
He paid to be there.
Paid to be there just to sit there.
They're all about the money, man. And
It's disgusting.
yeah, it's ridiculous.
It's ruining the show.